Hello my friends, back from the holidays and we got another addition to the game, this time possibly the hardest gun to acquire in the history of Witchfire. And with a very special game style and appearance, Koschei. Spike, I hope I pronounced that correctly. In today's video I'm going to tell you how to acquire it, give you my insights on how well it performs and if you should put it into your loadout. And if so, what else to bring and how to use it best. And what you actually want to avoid with Koschei in your hands. Because, in my opinion, this thing is a trash clearer. I think I haven't been able to clear Belmorn faster with any other gun and spell combo, even though it almost got me killed at least twice. That being said, first things first, how to get your hands on Koschei. In order to get the gun, you have to start a quest next to your broken mirror. It's impossible to miss, so I'm not going to show you how to accept that quest. Then you have to collect 30 bone shards in Belmorn, and the Discord and Reddit community have not been sleeping on that behalf. Credit where credit is due, thank you guys for creating the maps and making the life for all of us easier. And for the rest of you, the map in a bigger format. But you'll find the Reddit post in the description if you prefer that. Alright. Let's have a quick look at my stats, gear and beats before we compare two different runs. One with the loadout you can see here and the other with Burning Stake and Blight Cyst. I want to show you how different or similar the gameplay can be with both heavy spells, and you can decide for yourself which one you like more. So let me know in the comments, or maybe even write a comment if you got a better suggestion. And did you notice something? Yes, this is the first time we're running a triple element build. And the reason is that it just works so well. Just kidding, we'll get to that in a moment. Let's have a look at the Mysteria and what actually that means for our gameplay. Because Koschei is a gun that doesn't need to reload. It literally refills itself, and your reload is actually a second fire mode to spread decay when you want to spray it. And that can be used for some real fun nuke situations. At the cost of stamina, reloading unleashes bone shards that decay enemies. Recharges every 3 kills. Taking damage also recharges the swarm. Shooting decaying enemies prolongs their decay. And last but not least, each kill before unleashing the swarm extends decay duration. The two problems I got with the gun are the M2 and M3 Mysteria. The M2 Mysteria is more or less useless because you simply don't want to get hit. So in a perfect world, it never triggers. However, it helps in prolonged boss fights and against elites, which might hit you, and when no trash is around. But then you can simply swap to a better gun, right? And the M3 actually has the same issue. Why wait longer and do more kills if you can nuke right away and make use of the Arcana? Charging the gun seems simply unnecessary. Does that make the gun bad? No, but the gun loses a bit of its potential. Okay, Mysteria. So, the gun is a decay gun, and as I said, can spread decay in a moment of your choice. So the question is, when is the best moment to spread your decay? Well, in my opinion, it's best to spread it when enemies are bunched up, or when you got your Iron Cross or Burning Stake ready. Because you want to trigger AoE bursts, and putting the Earth Prophecy in the first slot, make sure you get that sweet Doomsday Clock, or even better, Putrefaction Arcana first, which is more or less the same as the Shattered Soul Arcana. And now, why we run 3 elements? Well, it's easy to explain. They benefit from each other. If you apply Burn and Decay, the decay ticks will be stronger. But if you then also add a source of lightning damage, not only will it cause lightning bursts, but also even enhance the damage of the decay ticks further. So it makes sense, right? So we want to make best use of it, and that means a little preparation is needed. Because before you can spread decay, you need to kill 3 enemies with Koschei. And since Koschei deals about 24 damage on a crit and shoots bursts of 3 rounds, it's perfect for killing weak enemies, aka trash. Once you got your 3 kills, the gun will be charged, indicated by the 3 greenish bars on the gun itself. You know that already from the Psychopomp video. And then you can hit reload and those decayed bone shards will spread out and seek the nearest enemies, striking them with decay. But be aware and aim your reload, because the decayed bone shards are subtle to miss and need a direct line of sight onto the enemy. So you want to adjust your prophecies accordingly, and I highly suggest you get your hands on Doomsday Clock and Putrefaction Arcana first. The gun excels at clearing trash, especially in tighter areas and with weaker enemies. The harder the enemies are and the more apart, the weaker Koschei gets. So I can only advise you to bring Striga or any other high damage gun to the battle to support you against Elite and Ascended enemies. Otherwise you'll burn through your ammo and you will lose a lot of potential. Have a look at the following 2 fights. One is the Sepulture with Striga and the other will be with Koschei. Sepulture is maybe one of the hardest enemies on the map, and as you can imagine, Striga makes it look so easy. But if you compare a burning watch commander that is fighting an uncharged Koschei, you'll see the problem right away. You'll run out of ammo in your clip, and you will need to wait until the gun is reloaded, or simply swap to a stronger gun if you're facing Elite, Ascended or boss enemies. So this is the reason why this is a trash clearer in my opinion. And here I got a nice example of what happens when you don't aim your bone shots right. You will simply miss the complete effect of the gun and the bone shots will simply not hit. So make sure you're always close enough or in quite the distance to apply your bone shots to the enemy. Like that. That worked perfectly. So if I was to rank the gun, it would definitely be in the A class. It's not S tier, but it's not a bad gun at all. The gameplay is very unique, fun, and you can have awesome AoE nukes with it. So you might have even faster kill potential than with a lot of the other guns in the game. In my opinion, you should definitely give it a try, but keep its weaknesses in mind. This gun is not for every situation, so swap over to a stronger single target gun when needed. That's it for today. I hope you liked the insight. See you next time, and as always, have a good one.